I feel fat today.
What?
I feel very self-conscious. I don't know.
Why? I don't even want to ask why. Why? God damn it.
I had a fuck ton of ice cream last night. I'm bloated as fuck. I hate it. I ate my feelings.
Fat.
Have you seen The Whale? I haven't seen The Whale yet.
Speaking of fat, I haven't seen The Whale. Jesus Christ.
That's what it's about, man.
I haven't seen it.
I'm glad Brendan Fraser's getting some love.
He's got an Oscar
I
nom.
also hate that he's getting like shat on for some people like being mad they'd actually hire a 600-pound actor to do this.
Those are the people that fuck.
Are you going to find an amazing 600-pound actor that can show up to set every day?
I'm sure. Never mind.
What?
I'm not going to say any names to make fun of their weight because that's not what we're about in this show, to make fun of people.
Weird dicks. What are you talking about?
Okay.
You've forgotten our acronym for the show?
Cock.
Yes, that's it. What?
What?
What were you going to say?
Oh, I was going to say, I'm sure they could have found Precious, but whatever. She was probably busy. I'm cutting that.
Don't cut it.
I'm not cutting that.
Don't cut it.
Yeah, I'm stoked to see
Do you think Lizzo auditioned?
God damn it. It's a bummer she didn't win a fucking Grammy. Damn it.
Was it
Lizzo
that much of a bummer?
I don't know. I watched some of the Grammys, highlights for sure.
I'm sick of all major award shows. It's just a
Hairstyles won. That's cool.
A super epically popular person won. Wow, that's so cool.
Crazy. Turnstile lost. Go to hell. Turnstile should.
Who is that?
Turnstile is like the greatest rock and roll
DJ?
band in the last year.
In the last single year? I'll check him out.
No, Turnstile's the shit. So fun, hardcore. It's like fun core. That sounds so
How many
lame.
cores are there?
There's at least 8 cores.
Sounds like you're a mechanic on like the Nebuchadnezzar.
I feel like I'm on
working
the
on
core.
the cores. That's what happened in like what's that terrifying movie with Dr. Alan Grant in space?
Event Horizon.
Morpheus is there. Oh yeah, Event Horizon still scares the shit out of me. That's right.
Dr. Alan Grant goes to space.
You were there. You were with me.
Dr. Alan Grant meets Morpheus in space.
And they're working on. That's it.
Yeah, they deal with.
And they're
space
working
Titanic.
on that core that's always twisting and stuff. It's probably
like,
a good 8 core.
Was it like a
Fear
factor? Joe Rogan's Fear Factor?
What kind of Intel premium processor do you think is inside there?
Oh my God. At least 16 cores.
So many cores. That movie scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, it's amazing. 5 out of 5. Space adventure.
It still creeps me out. I wish we had that lost footage. Like, there's like an hour of crazy shit.
Yeah, we won't get that director's
all
cut
like interdimensional hell. No, because it's ruined.
Who did it? Like Paul Anderson?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Right?
What happened to you?
I think he got married and got lazy.
Boring. He went to digital sets and never looked back.
Married a pretty chick. He's like, I win. Goodbye, everybody.
Dumb.
Digital sets. Speaking of digital sets, we just watched a movie with horrendous digital sets.
Yeah.
We're talking about that soon, aren't we?
Yeah, we're gonna hit that.
I don't want to hit that.
It's gonna be on accident, but yeah, we're gonna do that.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of that movie.
God damn it.
That was atrocious.
Let's not say the name or say the name.
I don't care.
Talk about something else. In 3, 2, 1.
Calling all killers, welcome all you kings, scream queens, and everything in between. This is the Kings of Kill podcast. We're your hosts. My name's Zach.
I'm Steven.
And together we are the Kings of Kill. Thank you so much for tuning in and join us. Remember to go to kingsofkillpodcast.com where you can request your very own episode of the show. While you're there, do a little shopping. We got mugs, we got merch, we got
cock
socks.
mugs.
Yeah. We didn't actually start calling our merch cock until the socks came out.
That's true. Cock mugs,
and
cock
until
socks.
our friends were actually like, hey, just watch the KOK show. Shit.
It's not our fault.
I so wish we did that on purpose because that would have been hilarious.
It would have been great.
We would have just cock show the whole thing.
That would look like idiots.
Yeah, only that makes us look like idiots, though. Nothing else.
Nothing else makes us look like idiots.
Oh, man. Thank you to all of our killer fans tuning in. Stephen, will you please announce to the world what we're talking about today?
I think it's pronounced Skinnymyrink.
I think you're right.
Is that
Skinamarink-a-dink-a-dink, Skinamarink-a-doo.
I don't understand the name behind it, but is it German or France?
It's a children's nursery
France?
rhyme of nonsense.
Oh, I heard that.
Where it's just like the king of the sea saying "I love you" or something, but it's a nonsense song.
What the hell?
It's just nonsense.
Oh, it's a song?
There's no appropriate way. It's a nursery rhyme, but there's no appropriate way to sing it because it's literally nonsense.
So they just say Skinamarink.
Skinamarink.
It's just
dink.
Skinamarink, and that's the song.
That's
it.
That's it.
They just say
It's a
those
little
words.
more than that. I can't wait
That's
for
more
your...
words than all the dialogue in this fucking movie.
This is going to be your first bedtime story to do a baby.
This is going to be the first movie I show to my babies.
So a lot of hoopla about this, a lot of uproar. So the director, who has a YouTube channel, he's been making shorts for a while. He's big into
Board shorts, swim shorts.
No,
making all the shorts.
horror shorts. Stop impersonating Trump whenever you make a joke. The way you talk. Kyle Edward Ball, he's trying to do this thing where he's like bringing analog horror to cinema. I like analog horror. It's spooky. It's creepy. Heard a lot about this. So he put this on the indie scene to get some notoriety.
Nice.
But somebody ripped it and threw it on YouTube. Luckily, well, yeah, because then he can't get any money for the work he's made. You know what I mean? Yeah. Luckily, he did get a theater run. It's on Shudder right now. You should check it out. Heard a lot about this. A lot of people on the fence about it. Not sure.
I saw a lot of ads on Twitter and shit about it. I'm like, oh no, dude.
Everyone was saying you have to watch Skinnymyrink. It's like it sounded like almost like James Wan was doing, like the darkest chapter. Guys, I just heard like this is the scariest shit. You've got to see it.
Yeah, the ad clip or whatever just shows like a face, and I'm like, oh, you know what? This is gonna be okay. And you know what? I was pleasantly surprised at what I was watching.
You were.
That could be good or bad.
I was usually scrunching my face angry at the screen.
Who stars in it? We don't know.
Yes, we do.
Do we really?
Yes. There's a cast of 4.
There's a cast in this?
Yeah, there's a cast.
What, the voices?
Lucas Paul plays Kevin. He's the boy.
Him.
Dahlia Rose Tetrault, she plays little girl.
There's a little girl in this?
Yes, there's 2 kids in this.
There's 2 kids in this?
Oh my God. How high were you when you watched?
Actually. No, I was really high.
You got to pay attention to this, dude.
No, you have to smoke weeds in this movie.
Obviously not.
It makes you so scared.
Oh my God.
No.
Rose Paul's the dad. Jamie Hill's the mom. Again, Kyle Edward Ball as the director.
I'm not going to edit these frames into because you don't see anybody's face, really.
You see Kevin's face for a
worms
second.
Going around the what?
You don't see worms?
I mean, it looks like
you see Kevin's face for you see half of his face. You see the little girl's face for a second. That flashes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. There's a little girl in this movie. So, I watched it.
So, the premise is
I watched it and then
spoiling.
put it on again and played games to it just to make sure what the fuck. If I missed something, I didn't miss anything in that movie.
I think you
Not much going on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, actually.
There's so much going on in this movie.
I swear to God.
A lot of door frames. Everything. Oh my God.
Okay, so 5 minutes we'll do it, no spoilers, then we're gonna dive into this bitch, okay?
You got 5 minutes.
If you
I'm just gonna edit
here's the premise.
All these 5 minutes.
You're gonna fast forward?
Yeah. Tell them the plot.
So 2 kids wake up in their family house and their parents are missing.
Fucking nightmare.
Then the doors and windows start disappearing. And they soon realize they're trapped inside with, at first, no one. And that changes very soon.
Pretty quick.
That's about as much as we could do
cartoons.
with no spoilers, I think. Anything else I can add to that?
Yeah.
Which is a creepy premise.
Yeah, and picture that you're like a POV of a child. Not in a child, but a POV of a child. looking up the whole time.
Yeah.
Or this, you just got this nice ass 80s camera and the kid got a hold of it and hit record. That's what this movie's like.
Yeah,
but he's got a steady hand.
It's a lot of it's a lot of child perspective. So
yeah.
So think if you were a 4 or 5-year-old, you could barely touch the light switch. So when you're looking up at your parents, you're looking up at things. You're like your vision is barely is where the toilet bowl
is.
You know what I mean?
Did like a first person mode.
Just like that.
Just like
same jokes and everything.
Yes, he's giggling. He's riding tricycles.
So it is a very slow draw. It is purposely meant to look like shit, so your eyes are going to wander a lot. You're going to be looking in that static a lot.
Dude,
but I noticed that the static is actually on repeat during scenes, and so like you actually see the glitch where it comes back, which I was always wanting to look like, what am I know I'm going to see something and then I'm going to get scared shitless, because I love that feeling with POV and found footage stuff. I love the footage of like the feeling of looking over a corner. Oh, what are you going to see? I love that feeling. It's so creepy to me. But once I noticed that rhythm, like, oh, it's like, I think this is an after effect, you know? I'm like, fuck, there's nothing unless he's going to want me to see something.
I will say it's like what I say earlier, hypnotic. It's like the most, I guess.
It makes you dive into it. It makes you look forward, like dive into that screen.
When you're like really high, you're trying to find all this shit. Right.
When you're sober, it's the same thing.
No.
Relatively sober.
My imagination ran so far into
That's
this
the
movie.
point. That's the point.
That's the whole point of this movie.
So I
got scared.
You have to let yourself go.
I got terrified in my room.
There's things that kept bringing me out of it.
Cats.
Though. Like with how slow the dialogue was, like how long it took to respond, drove me nuts. Really pissed me off.
At first, it was kind of terrifying because...
At first it was creepy, then it got annoying.
Yeah.
I'm like, no one's going to take... Like, one of the little sister's like, love you. And, like, he waits 6 minutes. Be like, love you too. I'm like, no one... You guys are right next to each other.
Just fucking say it. Don't be bashful.
So here's the thing. And, again, if you haven't seen it, it's on Shudder. Check it out. If it's in a theater New Year's I still recommend it.
It's on Chico, so...
It was for a minute.
Yeah, I checked it this morning. Because my buddy was like, I went and saw it. It was great. I think.
I bet in theaters it would be a better experience.
He said kids ruined it. There was a lot of talking.
That sucks.
And this movie...
See, I watched it with the lights off in front of my big-ass TV.
I think you're supposed to watch this alone,
loud. I watched it alone. Yeah, I watched it alone, loud, in the dark.
Shades are shut. You got dumped and you're depressed. You watch it, and it's probably really good.
Just something you want to talk about? Are you okay? Did you have a bad day?
No, I had a great day. It's my day off. I watched it on church Sunday. Right after church, I went and saw this.
You don't go to church.
Yeah, well, who does?
It's too warm in there. I think a lot of people go to church.
Too warm in there? It's like a demon walking into the church.
I love
Start burning alive as soon as you get closer.
I love that scene of Al Pacino walking in the Devil's Advocate. He does the dip into the holy bowl. He looks at Jesus. He's like,
no, this is the exactly like watching someone's nightmare. I think this is the best portrayal of nightmare on screen.
If you look at the director's YouTube channel, like all of his stuff is like, when I was a kid, this scary thing happened, and he'll make like a 2-minute short of it.
That's what I should do.
Same thing.
That's what we should do. That's what we should all do. So fund our shit. No. What were we saying?
Let's actually have a game plan before we ask for serious funding. We have so many ideas in the books.
The Denny's table went forever.
Us at 3 a.m.
The napkins we wrote on
3 a.m.
don't exist, but they could have a lot of ideas.
Foods.
Yeah, I mean. But this definitely took me back to remembering. I think I was really scared of this movie only because as a kid I had a lot of nightmares.
Yeah.
And this took me back. It made me
It put you back in that seat of being
there's like a reoccurring nightmare I had as a kid.
Yeah.
And living in a 2-story house, and it was dark. And
you had stairs, yeah.
I remember this reoccurring nightmare that happened a lot. And during this movie. And once the movie was over, I was like, the fuck was that nightmare?
Yeah, when I
totally just like a nightmare, I forgot about it after this movie.
I had a lot of nightmares, and I think we both had night terrors and stuff too.
Yeah, we hook up in the nightmare world together, and we hung out.
We tag team.
I was gonna say we held
fight
hands. We hung out.
Let's fight together. Leave me hanging.
Oh my god!
Ah!
In the nightmare world, that would have destroyed you.
You Freddy's glove through me.
Yeah.
I shattered to stardust. Now, so I have a long hallway from my bedroom going out.
You had me along.
And there's always the glow of the TV coming just from one end of the hallway.
That's so terrifying.
And like, so depending on what was on,
cops. Probably.
I didn't know. Like, it was like always cops or X-Files or some shit, you know?
Unsolved mysteries.
Yeah, exactly. And I'd be half asleep, having bad dreams, and to see, like, to try to get to the bathroom, I had to go down that hallway. And, like, I swear with every step, not only the creak of the floor, but it just felt like it got longer and longer. Like, yeah, there's certain scenes of this that made me just, what is that? What am I thinking of right now?
The tension really got to me.
So it does put you in that, and it's successful with that.
But nothing comes out of it.
Yeah,
that's
so like thing. I didn't like how
there was no payoff.
It was up in the air, it was ambiguous. It was, you know, and like sometimes that works really well. In this case, it kind of frustrated me a little bit because like I was patient with this.
Yeah, exactly.
And I didn't.
You have to have patience with this movie.
But like I followed all your breadcrumbs, and there ain't no goddamn biscuit at the end of this road. What's going on?
The box was empty at the end of the movie.
Yeah,
like they ran out of crumbs, and they just threw the box away.
Hate it.
That's what happened. But it was that feeling of like the nightmare feeling. I was just.
It was very nightmarish
the entire time.
Very nightmarish.
Then you watch the ending, you're like, okay, that.
The musical sound effect does a bit too much for me. A little too 70s.
I'm so sick of that fucking cartoon.
But again,
God damn it.
I think it's from a child's perspective. So like the cartoon world and stuff, I think that made sense.
It keeps going. It's like knockoff Mickey.
Here's
it's
what
like
really terrible. Well, it's public domain, so he used.
Oh yeah, it's Mickey.
That's what he could.
Probably.
That's not Mickey. Mickey was not in there.
Shit.
Disney's too tight to do any of that shit. So one thing that really got me is the thought of this. These are babies. These are little kids.
Yeah.
They're acting so strange because they don't know the danger they're in.
They're
it's not
4.
Yeah, they're 4 and 5.
4 and 5.
This is the scary thing, okay? And this is what's so heartbreaking is these kids don't realize the danger they're in. So they're just trying to find comfort. They want to play with Legos. They want to watch TV.
Their toys are all over the ground.
When something terrible happens.
I thought someone was going to step on them.
Like the little brother is really sweet. Like the girl's terrified because she may have just not saw a ghost or a monster or who the fuck knows. He's like, oh, you juice. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, yeah.
Just trying to be sweet. Like, they're not comprehending what's going on. And the danger these kids are in is out of this fucking world.
Yeah.
Horrendous. This is a bleak ass
movie. And at
movie.
the beginning, it says like something like, sorry to the kid. You know something's going to happen to the kid because at the intro, it says like,
I think
on behalf of this,
I thought the intro
family,
was just thank you to the family or something.
Yeah, and then it's like,
but I don't remember I'm not sure if
shows
someone
the kid's
passed
name,
away,
and then it has the date of his like birth and death.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's what.
And I was like, oh my god, there's gonna be a boy dying.
Who else? Paranormal Activity did that too.
Did they open it with that?
They opened it with, hey, thank you for the police department and the family of this for the records. Yeah, they opened or ended it with that. I don't know what Blair Witch did. Blair Witch already was thought to be real, though.
Definitely afterward, Blair Witch just went off the fucking rails and said these people died. And then everybody believed it for like a year.
Came the Holocaust. The actors like weren't allowed to like get work for a year because they wanted people to think.
The Holocaust. I'm like,
oh my God.
Those people found work.
Oh my God. Speaking of fucking assholes that brought the Holocaust on the world, we've got a movie we're going to cover real soon, and it is a dark one. And you're not going to fucking see it come. Not that piece of shit. What do you think about? So I was disappointed in it because of the hype. The hype let me down. The dialogue was so painstakingly. I felt like this would have been a real.
I think this is only hyped because we've been looking at Shudder. Maybe. So the internet's like, oh, here's some Shudder shit. Here's some Shudder shit.
Maybe.
If we didn't have Shudder, we would not even know what the fuck this is. So I don't think like the hype was incredible, like Smile or The Village, that paid off well, but like, you know what I mean?
Village didn't pay off for
It
dick.
was paid off because I paid all the budget with my tickets when I went and saw it.
You just saw it again and again and again.
I own 50
You're surprised
copies.
every time. It's like my sister with Titanic. She saw that shit week in, week out. The whole
and they're
theater
re-releasing
run.
it. I'm gonna go see it again.
Fantastic. I wonder what happens in the end.
We don't know. We don't know.
Spoilers.
For sure.
The bitch kills Leo on purpose.
Gotta lose the weight.
It's Leo. He's like 120 pounds.
And the door won't fucking hold 150 pounds.
He auditioned for Whale, didn't get it. It's weird. It's weird.
Rating. I think it captured nightmares very well. That's a 1 star.
Childhood nightmares for sure.
I think it did a really good job on that. And the effects, I'm going to give it a 1 star because it really, well, that's like capturing a nightmare, huh?
No, it's okay because like
Kind of
that, it made you feel like that was every tech involved. That was us when we were kids. We got VCRs. We got boob tube televisions. You know,
I'm gonna put that to the 1st star as well.
Okay.
Like just the
Same
effects and the
category.
feeling of a nightmare. Smoke weed to this. That's 1 star. And
so are you saying I'm missing out?
Yeah, I think you missed out on this. Now you know what's going to happen. But when you watch it, oh my God. It has great footage of door frames, which is really important. It's the star of this movie.
You're being such a dick.
30 minutes of this is
a lot.
looking at a fucking door frame.
And that's my biggest problem. Like, sorry to interrupt the rating, but like,
what toddler is looking at a door frame?
I really
for
feel
that
like this could have been this. If this was a tight 100 minutes, I feel like it would have really.
It would have been a great Twilight Zone episode. Not even that, just a short on YouTube, which it probably, I mean, it was kind of, right?
That was the idea.
I thought the door was going to open for like 10 minutes or something. Like, no. So that's a star. Lack of paranormal things. I think I wanted more paranormal things.
Well, at first,
it would be
I was
a
convinced.
different movie, but
I was looking in that static.
there's faces in there.
Convinced.
There's faces.
Like,
I know there
all
is.
right, what are we gonna do? And I was so disappointed when like, nah, it didn't happen.
I know I
was so
saw
disappointed.
faces. You see faces at the end.
When once I saw the static loop, I'm like, dude.
Well, that took you out of it. I didn't.
I'm almost positive it was just a filter, and like it's just, and that pissed me off immediately.
Yeah.
It actually only happens once, and it turns out to be a jump scare, and then the real thing, which that jump scare actually got me. That jump scare is so stupid.
And there's so little jump scares in this, and it was perfect.
Because the real horror, they just show it to you,
waiting.
and it's terrifying.
And there's no trailer for Fast X during this movie, so that's a negative star. So we're looking at a 3 out of 5.
Fuck off with that negative star.
It's a 3 out of 5 for me.
That gives it a bonus 18 stars for me.
What? Yeah, 3 out of 5. I thought it was just terrifying, but also like, God damn it, I just sat through that.
The concept was terrifying.
Yeah,
but to me, it let me down a bit, and I think it's because of that damn hype train.
You're almost gonna shit your pants, but then you make it through the movie without doing it. Like you don't even need to change it.
Things that it does successfully is really make you feel that childhood terror and really make you look into it. Like it's making you do all this work, and it's only done a few things terrifying in the whole thing. But the concept of it though is terrifying.
Yeah.
Like
I
the
don't
whole
know
fact these kids are alone and in serious trouble, and they're experiencing horrific harm, and there's nothing anyone can do.
Yeah, I don't know if
it's
I would
so sad.
Put this on when people are over,
no,
or anything. Like it's mostly a solo movie.
Yeah,
like if I have friends over, I'm gonna put on Almost Heroes or fucking Liar Liar or something. But this would just kill the party. So I would put this on when I want people to leave. But then I'd watch it because it's
you're like low on beer and you're just smiling in the corner.
All right, everybody, this is Skinnymyrink. And everybody's like, "What the fuck are we watching?" Just shut the fuck up.
It was very experimental, and I'm glad we're getting this because like I love the indie guys. They need some more love. I'm so glad such a brave choice was allowed to be shared with the world.
It's a different take on horror.
So I definitely want more of it.
Definitely check
it wasn't
out
really
there.
for me, but The idea was terrifying. The execution to me didn't quite work. Not for as long as it is.
Yeah.
If
There's
it
not
was
much payoff.
Yeah, if it was lesser in duration, I would be fine.
It's like if Jaws ate one person and then the rest of the movie they're chasing him, but you don't see Jaws, and then he just swims away and then nothing happens.
It's like if Jaws happened to reverse. Yeah, it's a lot like
exactly.
that. Yeah, it's a lot like that. Which makes it sound horrible, but it's not horrible. It's just
no, I'd say
not
check
my
this
cup
out,
of tea.
but only by yourself. Lights have to be off.
And lit as fuck.
And lit as hell. Put on Lit. Worst Enemy. Put that on repeat.
Not Snoop?
No.
Get you in the mood?
Nope. Lit. My Worst Enemy. It's a good song. 5 out of 5. Did not want to rate that. But it deserves it.
You couldn't even help
for the
it.
nostalgia. That's my take on Lit.
I think Skinnymyrink is definitely with a shot. I'm really glad this director is getting a big break. I think we're going to see more of him.
Yes.
I like how he's taking
door frames.
This new style. But again, this is his first motion picture. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We've all been there. Yeah.
Have we?
Yeah. Sure.
Have we?
Yeah. No.
I like it. I wanted more. I was disappointed, but the idea of the whole thing is haunting, and it kind of lives in my head.
I've been thinking about it every time.
I'm thinking about creepy childhood shit that's happened to me.
Yeah.
And that's because of this film. So maybe it's powerful. I don't know.
It did its job. That's why I think it's a 3 out of 5 at least. Very least a 3 out of 5. Nothing more though. Maybe, but throw on that Fast X trailer. Now we're talking.
I haven't even seen it.
Me neither. I don't even think it's out yet.
You're just pissing me off for fun.
If they threw it in there,
there's no way there should be 10
just
Fast
when
and
the
Furious
kids walking
movies.
in instead of a cartoon, it's just fucking.
You know what makes me so mad is that when I was a kid, I thought I was gonna get a cartoon of something, and instead I got that movie Witches.
Whoa!
And it started at the scene where they're all like in the pews and transforming because like no one rewound their VHS tapes.
True.
So I'm a child getting in the mood for a cartoon.
These
and I see
bitches.
Yeah, dude. And I was terrified.
That movie was terrifying.
And I was like, Mom, I don't like it. And she's like,
wee little boy, it
the
was
fuck?
weird to watch.
Dude, it started in the transformation scene. And I was just wigging out.
They look like Skeksis from like Dark Crystal for a little
what?
bit.
Oh.
Don't even.
I know the Dark
They look like
Crystal.
Skinnamarinks from Dark Crystal.
That Sketchy's just not in my vernacular. Sorry, man.
That's horrible.
Not really horrible.
I'm sorry.
I understand what it is. I just forgot what they're called.
I'm surprised I did.
I am too, especially with how high you got the other day. There are 2 kids in this movie?
I did not even know there was 2 kids in this movie.
Okay, so what do you think actually happened in this movie? What do you think the story is? I got a theory.
Lone boy gets sad. No father. Mom's asleep.
You did not
Hates
watch.
cartoons.
You did not watch this movie at all. You did not. You were too fucked up to understand
I watched
this movie.
No.
I
was so in the zone, I don't know what happened.
You're too busy looking for stuff to pay attention to the plot.
I was like so like drained after this movie.
You're tired.
I was so tired. I was like, holy shit. It was like a nightmare.
Yeah.
Like I started walking and running slow afterward. My punches were doing this.
I have 2 horrible theories.
What?
And I'm not sure which one's worse. And again, if you haven't seen this, this is epic spoilers. So
yeah, the boy dies at the end.
Well, yeah.
It says it right at the beginning.
This is my theory of what happened.
Why was it? Yeah, go on.
You're like, well, yeah, I know. I've read the intro.
I saw it.
I'm just telling people because some people want to hear a review to determine, like my sister will ask me if I saw something. They'll determine if she's going to see it yet.
Interesting. Go on.
Because she trusts my opinion.
What?
I got 2 theories. When the little boy fell down the stairs and bumped his head.
We've all been there.
I was there a lot, man.
Yeah.
I cracked my skull open
His
so
head
many
is
times.
broken.
I went to the ER 7 times for a broken skull,
I didn't.
dude. Yeah.
Oh, man. You know how many scars I have?
I got scars
Jason
too.
fucking Voorhees head.
I buzzed my head because one of my friends
I'm
got
afraid
cancer
to buzz my head.
and lost it. I'm like, I'll do it with you, bro. I look like Frankenstein.
You
It
should
was
buzz
just
your
like,
head. Live. The cock buzzing. Go on.
Yikes, that is not the same thing,
Just go
dude. The theory is, okay, 2 theories. One of them is that little boy is like in limbo or purgatory. Like he bumped his head and he never came out.
100% makes sense.
You know what I mean? Right?
I'm on board.
And the rest all like he's just not sure and he's just stuck in this surreal world, you know?
That
like,
makes sense.
Because I'm thinking like kind of like the weird limbo of, is it Conjuring or is it Insidious? What is it with all the weird shit going
Insidious.
on? Yeah, one of those shitty movies.
Yeah, it's
Thanks,
shittiest.
Juan. Fucking, I can't wait till he joins Blumhouse and fucking just shits on the rest of Hollywood. Who do you think shits harder? The combination of Juan and Blumhouse or the whale?
Blumhouse. God.
Yes. Bring it up.
Maybe.
Bring it up.
Bringing it up.
Ow! Okay, sorry. So here's the other theory of Skinnymyrink a dink a dink is, and I was listening to Wendigoon, right?
What is that?
He's a YouTuber.
That's a man? I thought it was a band.
He's a one-man band.
Weird.
Anyways, so
Mace Windu, what are you talking about?
I was trying to figure out. Like, what is actually happening? What does this mean? Because I went to look up the rhyme. Didn't help me whatsoever with this. It really didn't. It's kind of infuriating.
That's why I don't look up anything. Nothing comprehends. Go on.
Thanks, bud. And this makes I was trying to work on this, and he said it way more articulate than I did. So I don't like this. Isn't like my 100% theory, but like this, he pieced together what I was missing and trying to figure out in my head. So basically,
that's cute.
Mom isn't there, right? Because when the kids ask about, did you see Mom? I don't want to talk about Mom. That means Mom's already out.
She went for cigarettes and never came back.
Because the dad saying, "Hey, boy fell. He's okay. Don't worry about it." He's got to be calling Mama, right? That has to make sense. So she's out of the house.
Sense. Yeah,
she's out of the house.
Yeah.
Because if they were still together, why wouldn't they just all go as a family to the ER? Anyway, so she's out of the house. Something happened. They're separated. Something. Possibly she's not even alive anymore. Who knows, right?
She's the demon.
I think she's either passed on and is possibly haunting a little bit, or maybe her or the father or little boy, someone invited something to that house. Because little boy's playing hide and seek with somebody. We don't know who.
The little boy called on his toy phone, was like, "I need some demons."
That phone scared the dick out of me, dude.
"I need some demons." And he hung up.
1-800 demons?
Satan was like, "Motherfucker." He hung up on me and then sent him demons.
Something was invited to that house, and it's taken over. It took Dad away. It's impersonating Mom, right?
Right.
And it's playing with them, but it's a fucking evil son of a bitch.
Correct.
So like when he says like, "Hey, I was trying to play with your sister. She wants to shut the fuck up, so she took away her mouth." That's terrifying.
Yes.
Or when the boy says, "I'm too afraid."
I do remember that now. There's 2 kids in
I'm
this.
too afraid to play. He's like, "I don't want to play anymore." He's like, "Oh yeah? Go to the kitchen. Put the knife in your eye." That was horrific, dude.
And the way it's said is so terrifying. Like, it's slow. There's subtitles for me.
And if you go back, it'll actually, before he says that, he just opens the knife drawer.
What?
Yeah.
Some shit in this movie, man. It's tough to see with all the fucking static and shit.
It's very granular.
But you
know
what?
Very staticky.
Yeah, it's like you're rubbing your eyes and you're like, "Oh my God, that's a movie." That's what it's like. Stupid.
I don't know what you just said. But like, yeah, so something evil's in the house and it's toying with them, and they're not even allowed outside. Like the whole thing is like
they're kidnapped.
The house is now that demons, that monsters, that entity's toy box.
And the windows and all that.
You can't get out.
It's weird. It's a weird movie.
When he calls 911,
I almost want to watch it again, but then I'm like,
when he calls 911, I think we should watch it again, but we should actually like actually discuss like what's like, try to theorize it together, because there's a story here The director said there is a clear. See, when I first watched it, I was like, "There's no fucking plot here at all." The director says there is a clear, conscious plot, and it's not that complicated. Everything's in there for it, which makes me kind of want to revisit it because I think I'm kind of close there.
I like the purgatory one. Yeah,
That one's pretty good.
I like that. Or the mom dying and then being a demon.
I think mom's already gone and maybe came back,
Yeah.
maybe with something.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I like that.
Like maybe she wanted to come back but brought something
We'll
with
figure
her.
it out.
Will we?
We're gonna get to the bottom of this after I read some reviews.
Olsen and Olsen Mystery Agency. We'll solve any crime by dinner time.
Is that what they say?
Yeah. You ever
Did
watch
they
that
ever
shit?
solve a damn crime
I don't
by
know
dinner
if they
time?
did. No.
They didn't even leave the house, right? Did they have like a tree fort?
Did they have a tree fort?
I don't know.
No, they had like little
They had a
they had
fort.
the detective coats.
They had their little station.
but like they were 2 feet tall and that's it because they're tiny.
yeah.
Why do detective coats have to be like the raincoat from Casablanca?
Why do they have to
Why
like
did
be
that
the
make-
raincoats that fucking streakers wear? I don't get it. They're either
Do you
solve
think
a
is that
crime
what
or
is,
just naked.
is that what Raphael was doing in Ninja Turtles?
Yeah.
He was just getting ready to be
this
like,
little
"Boo!"
trench coat. Yeah. They didn't wear
Do
pants.
you remember the light switch that was just the dude?
what?
I went to a pediatrician's doctor's office
That's even
and they had
worse.
a light switch with a dude like this and the fucking light switch with his dick, bro.
At a pediatrician's.
Yeah, I swear to Christ. Fuck yeah.
I don't know what to say here. 3 out of 5. Skinamarink. What the fuck? Jesus. But yeah.
Oh, we're still going with this?
Yeah.
We're not done?
We are at the. I don't know what to say after that one. That's so fucking weird. Why does he have a goddamn light switch?
It's a dick joke. It's inappropriate where it's at.
That's not good.
No. Childhood.
Whatever.
Skinnymyrink, a dink, a dink.
It's whatever. But yeah. I'm Steven, I guess. I don't know. Let's close this bitch.
Yes, thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. Skinnymyrink is on Shudder. Be sure to hit out kingsofkillpodcast.com.
Were you asking me something? You're telling me it's on Shudder?
Check it out. It's weird.
It's so weird. It's so weird. There's 2 kids in it. Demons.
I'm Zach.
Pearl.
Desire.
Terror. I'm Steven.
Pearl, Desire, Terror.
Yeah, those
Pearl was a
those
good
are
movie.
Adjectives.
Pearl is an adjective?
Peril.
Oh, I thought you said
You heard something else.
Pearl. I kept repeating Pearl.
No one heard peril. I said peril.
Rewind the track.
No one's rewinding this. No one's even listening to this far.
Not
No
anymore.
one's listening this far in.
Not after this.
I'm Steven.
I'm Zach. Together we are
the Kings of Kill. I hope they listened this far
That, you
because
did
that
it
was the final.
so perfect.
Finally, we fucking did it.